We talk about Helix mattresses all the time because we both have Helix mattresses and we both love our Helix mattresses. We both have very different sleeping styles, sleeping positions. We have different mattresses because we took the Helix sleep quiz that told us which mattress would work best for our sleep vibes. I love my mattress. I kind of can't sleep anywhere else because it's so perfect. It's just firm enough. It's just soft enough. I'm a side stomach sleeper, you know? I need a very specific type of mattress. I need one that's going to be cool in the summer because I sleep hot. Fortunately, my Helix Midnight Deluxe, I think that's what it is the perfect mattress for me. You like your mattress too, right, Lindsay?
Yeah, I love my mattress. When I sleep not on my mattress, I'm upset. I need my Helix mattress. And everyone else actually is like, is this a Helix mattress? And I'm like, yeah,
it is.
Avi.
It makes sense because a Helix study found that 82% of participants saw an increase in their deep sleep cycle. They have over 20 different models, so whether you have night sweats or need extra support, Helix helps you sleep better. Plus, it's the most awarded mattress brand, backed by experts like Forbes and Wired. They offer a 120-night sleep trial, a lifetime warranty, and their happy with Helix guarantee means seamless, risk-free returns. Go to helixsleep.com/who for 20% off site-wide. That's helixsleep.com/who for 20% off site-wide. Make sure you enter our show name after checkout so they know we sent you. helixsleep.com/who.
You will dream it.
Yo, they wanna know.
Hey, hey, I want to be famous.
Welcome to Who Weekly, the podcast where you'll learn everything you need to know about the celebrities you don't. I'm Bobby Finger.
I'm Lindsay Weber.
And from Jay's reality blog on Twitter, Andy Cohen spotted out with his boyfriend, Kevin. Heart.
You know, I have to say, like, you know, I'm Andy Cohen biased. I like him for the most part. I mean, I like everything he does, and I think he does a good job. But
you don't like everything he does.
No, that's why I said for the most part, because I would never say I broadly like any public figure that I don't really know, because it's like that's a dangerous statement. But I have to say I have like the Q score on him, the Lindsay Q score, the L score. Can we call it the L score?
The L score is
like
pretty
the L
high.
score is high. The L score is high. Yeah, I think that's a fair way to put it. The L score is high for now.
The L score always has an asterisk.
Well, I think the idea that the Q score could go up and down depending on the weather, the tide, that's why the L score and the B score, that's you.
That's me.
Those are good ways to say like your take on a celebrity at the current state and time. Right now, the L score for Andy Cohen is high.
Yeah. I think the B score is pretty high too.
So I have to say, like, this delights me because I'm like normal guy Kevin. I mean, I don't know how normal he is, but upon first glance,
he dated either Pesek or Paul. I'm not sure which one, but I don't know how normal it is if you dated one of the Pesek or Pauls.
Well, as you dig in, he's kind of Kevin who's dating other kind of big league gay guys, but the idea that he's just Kevin.
He's just
first,
Kev.
I said, oh, like a civilian, you know, like dating civilian, but he's kind of a civilian who runs in. But you know what? Maybe it's good because it's like he's a rich civilian, or like he's
a civilian who's extremely successful on Raya. Put it that way.
Oh, that's so real. Because you're kind of like claiming you're normal guy, but you're also kind of like, but I can hold my own. I'm not actually that normal. How many famous guys do you have to date before you lose your normal guy identity?
2.
Like, I think it's there's not that many. You could date 3 and be out of it, you know?
Yeah, it might be 3. I think 3 is a good number for most things like that. But it's like he's dated 2 that we know of, and I'm sort of like, you've dated 2, which means you've gotten you enjoy it. You've gotten over the hump of the first, so you're not like I can't. If you date 1 and then you're like, I actually can't do this. I actually can't date a famous person. That's too much stress.
Right.
Then you don't keep doing it. He went up. He moved up.
He kind of practiced dating a famous gay guy to like get ready to date Andy Cohen. I mean, I'm sure that's not how it works, but like he kind of said, if I can deal with this step, I'll deal with the next step too.
Benj Pasek was his training wheels, and he was like,
yes.
I'm ready to go for the 2-wheeler, and that's it. I mean, Andy Cohen's sort of a unicycle, actually. So
he's kind of singular. Is he? God, I was going to say the most famous gay person. No, that's not true. But I mean,
he's one of them. He's one of the themiest gay guys for sure.
Like in the world, kind of.
Yeah.
In maybe in popular culture for sure. I mean, my mom's like Andy Cohen this, Andy Cohen that. I'm like, wow, you don't even watch Housewives. She doesn't.
It's like, who is a more famous gay guy? Ian McKellen?
What? See, that's a crazy thing for you to say.
I'm serious.
Jesus. I'm kidding.
Jesus.
I don't know if you think Jesus was gay.
I don't know, like people who are on the level of Andy Cohen as gay guy, straight cis gay guy. It's like Ian McKellen.
Yeah.
It's like fucking, what's his name? Neil Patrick Harris.
Totally.
Alan
Elton
Cumming.
John.
Alan Cumming.
RuPaul. Tim Cook.
Yeah, if you dated, well, Tim Cook, he's not as big of a celebrity.
I stand by Elton John.
Elton John, oh my God, duh, Elton John. That's easy, period.
Right? But I also think Neil Patrick Harris is exactly it. It's like, I'm trying to think of like
It's Pride,
cis
so
male gay.
let's be proud.
I know this is our Pride celebration. Like Ricky Martin, but he came out kind of later to kind of
But Ricky
a little
Martin's
bit later
good.
to capture.
Also,
but
Ricky
to
Martin's more
capture that-
fun. And Neil Patrick Harris is so domesticated. Like Neil Patrick Harris has been
rude.
with his husband for so long. Ricky Martin is known to like date around and have fun, like Andy Cohen.
But Ricky Martin came out as a gay guy almost after his most famous moment as a famous person. So it's a
Yeah.
little bit like those. Sometimes those two things in people's minds are not as connected as maybe they might be if he had been out when he was at his most famous.
Yeah. But Andy Cohen is now dating Kevin.
Yeah, congrats to Kevin. And they're in Miami. I woke up this morning to Bob being like, oh God, they're in Miami.
Well, no, that's what I said. They were, because it was a whirlwind. We saw that they were out together, and he was just Kevin.
Yeah.
And they were holding
Yeah.
hands, and he's in a very like business person suit. Andy's in like a cute Miami Vice like white blazer with a pink shirt, and Kevin is in like a navy suit.
This was his birthday party, by the way. This was his 58th birthday party that he celebrated.
So good.
Who looks good? Andy?
Andy. Kevin, I'm sort of like whatever.
Well, you're saying, considering he's turning 58, you said he looks great.
He looks great.
Yeah, I agree.
And then I was sort of like, well, who's this Kevin? Gotta look up this Kevin. How am I going to find this guy? Kevin's last name. Daily Mail got his last name in 2 seconds. His name is Kevin Sobieski. No relation.
To Lily? No
Yeah.
relation to Lily?
No relation. And he is like a business guy.
Of course, his LinkedIn is popping.
He went to Harvard Business School.
Uh-huh.
He works in, quote, portfolio operations at TPG, which means, I guess, he
Uh-huh.
just makes a lot of money. And his last relationship, publicly at least, was Benj Pasek of Pasek and Paul, the people who wrote the music for Dear Evan
Dear
Hansen.
Evan Hansen and La La Land.
And La La
Kind of
Land.
a classic. Okay, interesting. I sent you a picture of another guy. Is that Benj? Did I just not recognize
That's
him?
Benj, yeah.
Or is that a third guy?
That's Benj.
Okay. I thought that was a third guy.
Yes. Because some rude tweet called him a professional hand holder because he has now been spotted with 2 different gay guys holding their hands.
Well, I thought they were introducing a third. Like, I thought that was like the
Me
3
too.
photos meant there was 3 different relations. And I was like, okay, 3 is a trend. 2 is usually not.
It was 2
Although
Benjes.
sometimes we
because
imply
I thought,
it is. Yeah.
I thought the same thing when you sent the 3 photos. I was like, oh my God, there's another gay guy in the mix. No, it's 2 Benjes, and 1 Andy.
I wouldn't call him a professional hand holder after dating
No, me
2
either.
famous
Me
guys.
either.
Like,
That was rude.
You gotta be like, sorry, it's got to be 3 or more. It's the same thing writing a trend article. We're gonna need 3. I don't want to hear about 2.
We need them frolicking on the beach. It's like, you're in Miami and you have your shirts on. What's happening here? This is boring. What am I doing
Oh
here?
yeah, take your shirt off. You're saying take your shirt
Yeah.
off?
You know who'd have their shirt off in 2 seconds? Luke Evans. If Luke Evans was dating this guy, Kevin Sobieski, they'd be in Speedos in 2 seconds.
Yeah. And I would say this isn't like as big of a deal but Andy Cohen's kind of dating life is kind of a big topic of conversation amongst kind of, for him, he talks about it, other people talk about it, so like it does feel, and he hasn't had a public relationship since John Arthur Hill, friend of the pod.
Which is why it feels so major to me, and I
Right.
think
and
other
they're
people.
friends and they host a show together, so it's
Yeah.
also kind of like that almost feels so far away because like if that's his ex, they're
Mm-hmm.
on such good terms too. It almost feels like that's so like of the past, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
it's not in the present era, so everyone's kind of like waiting for Andy Cohen to like shack up, and now he has 2 kids, so it's like more serious about like finding someone,
Exactly.
or at least he's been talking about it more, he's asked about it more.
The kid stuff is why I said they're getting married. I feel like he's taking this more seriously.
He's kind of the Lorne Michaels of Bravo, and that everyone's waiting for him to retire. Not retire. I don't think he's going anywhere, but I'm just saying like, you know, take a break or like step down from kind of, because he's doing this live show every night. Like it's just like a lot of work. So he's the Lorne Michaels of Bravo. People, you know, straight white guys who are obsessed with Lorne Michaels. It's like this is the gay version of that.
Yeah.
Girls too, obviously.
We'll know it's real when Sarah Jessica Parker posts an Instagram for Kevin's birthday, and it's like, this beauty, this absolute
Yeah.
light, the wonder that he brings.
We're loving Kevin on Fire Island this weekend.
Conversation, question, Kevin does it. Nothing like this man.
We love Kevin. Yeah, it's like Matthew Broderick and Kevin making margaritas in the kitchen.
Did you see Sarah Jessica Parker post something totally crazy on Instagram a couple days ago that made me like
She
I
posts something
almost
crazy
spit out
every
my
week now.
I've been like doing spit takes recently. I cannot hold in drinks.
What? You're saying two different things. That one worries me. I can't hold in drinks as giving I have some sort of autoimmune thing where like I drinks like dribble out of my mouth, like you can't keep your mouth shut. But you're just saying that like
I did a spit take at
always...
dinner a couple nights ago and like was so embarrassed because like I fully like took a drink, someone said something funny and I spit it onto the table. I was like, I am so embarrassing.
You're saying no, we're back to this. We're not leaving this for a second. So you're saying like spit take is like a new laugh reaction for you that you've developed over the years?
Yeah, and I feel like it's sort of reflective of a joy. You know?
A new joy.
I feel like it's good. If you're doing spit takes, you're in a good place.
You're really experiencing
You're like really
joy.
happy.
I know.
You know?
Right, but then you're also worried about spitting in people's faces.
I know. Fortunately, dinner
Like,
was over, so the table was like kind of cleared, but still I spit it on the table.
This is kind of like developing a snort, you know, a laugh snort, like
Yes,
later in life.
yes.
And you're kind of like, where the fuck did that come from?
And then
all of
you
a sudden
think
you're
like,
snorting.
oh God, like, do I have like an ENT problem? Like it's
Yeah,
it
that's
can
what
never,
I'm saying.
it can
Like
never
you
just be
developing a
snort.
spit take.
It's like I gotta go to
I'm
the
like,
doctor.
oh no, does he have to go to like the dentist and get something like Dr. Dan needs to like check your palate, like
Dan.
something's happening. The water's just running out of your mouth.
I gotta go to Dr. Dan soon.
Me too, actually.
Sarah Jessica Parker posted a cover of the most recent New Yorker and said, I am at peace. Please do not disturb, period, for the next 63 minutes.
Oh yeah, she's
period.
reading her New Yorker. I'm
At New Yorker
obsessed.
Mag equals self-care. And there was like a...
Yeah, she's amazing.
Yeah, she's so funny.
I'm obsessed with her.
You are listening to Who's There, a weekly call-in show where we take your questions, comments, and concerns at 619-WHO-THEM. Let's start with comments.
In case you were wondering, the Susan Boyle ad campaign song, whatever, did drop. And it's like a Made in Scotland ad. And she's not even the main singer. Like it's like a chorus, and she comes in at like minute 1:30 out of like 2:30. Like, I don't know. It's kind of lackluster. Yeah. Anyway, crunch. Bye.
So the caller is right, but it's not the full story.
Well, what's confusing is that she dropped two different songs for two different brands. And both are actually very niche UK brands, right?
Yes.
Erin Brew is like a very, very, maybe not niche because nothing is niche because of, you know, what do you call it? Globalization.
Uh-huh.
But Erin Brew is like that
What do you
Scottish
call it?
soda that, of
Globalization.
course, I drank on study abroad. What?
So you sound like Ariel. What's the word? Globalization.
Remember when you were obsessed with globalization for like 1 week?
I know. Now
I
you
mean,
think
I'm
about,
obsessed with it. I
now you
am
think about
obsessed, but
globalization.
remember-
It's like, oh my God, it's so depressing. I hate globalization.
I know. But remember, we were obsessed with saying it. So, okay,
Yeah.
so because of globalization, you probably know what Erin Brew is. And if you don't, like, that's awesome. It's a niche Scottish soda, which tastes, honestly, for me, not for me, but I did drink it in study abroad to like try. It's not as good as the as Club Mate,
Oh,
which
I
is, like, a
have
German
had
soda.
it. I did have it. Oh my God, I had it while I was in
Yeah.
Scotland. Yes, the
Yeah,
cans
of
are
course,
iconic.
because you can't really get Erin Brew here, which I will say is the opposite of globalization, which I love. It's like you actually can't. You're not like going into a New York
Yeah.
City bodega being like, "Get me an Erin Brew." Like
Yeah, they
that's
don't have 'em
actually
here.
that kind of rocks. So maybe in that way, it's anti-globalization. But when she announced this like ad, she meant for the cornetto, which we were right about. She did drop a remix of the like. Will you play it?
Yeah.
Will
here
you play it?
is.
Because it's like it's really bad.
Just one cornetto, give it to me. Delicious ice cream of
It can't be normal. Why does it have to be gay?
Because it's Pride. We get 1 month, Lindsay. let her release
I'm
like
just-
the most faggot remix of the Cornetto song if she wants to, please.
No, I support that as an ally, but I just am like, we have all these when I was editing that last ad, I realized they've done so many versions of this song. Like there's so many different ads of like different people singing it, you know, like I played a few, but it's like there really is kind of there's a history of this. But then when Susan Boyle steps at the plate, they make her ass sing this like remix. So I just feel a little bit
Yeah.
like, I get it. We're modernizing the song, but can't Susan Boyle just like sing a beautiful song, you know?
Yeah. No, the answer is no.
Without putting
Not
a
now.
backbeat behind it.
Not now. And then she released a song the next day for Earn Brew.
Okay, I can't. It's weird that these came out the exact same time because she is doing personal promo for the Cornetto, but then this Earn Brew one happened to come out and she's featured in it, which is slay, amazing. She's part of a greater group of people doing this new Earn Brew song to celebrate the World Cup, which is awesome. This is more kind of what I expect from her versus the kind of Cornetto gay remix. But they both came out at the same time, which is great because it's, I don't know. I guess it's a little confusing.
I prefer this song to the Cornetto song, for sure.
Me too. And this feels more kind of localized than the Cornetto, which feels more broad.
Next call. Comment.
Hi, Lindsay, Bobby, Sydney. I just got out of watching Backrooms, and as I was sitting there watching the credits roll by, a name came up, the name Finn Bennett, and I kept thinking to myself, like, Finn Bennett, who is that? How do I know who that is? How do I know that name? Finn Bennett updates. Anyway, Popular Mechanics Robinson, crunch, bye.
And who says, these accounts can't have an impact? I mean, yes, you heard about it through our podcast, so technically we're having the impact on your brain, but it's very mayoral street signs, mayoral lawn signs, because
Don't start on those yet. Don't start on those again.
you saw, I'm not changing my thought. That stays the exact way. Nothing's changing.
All the political strategists are like, they're not effective. Stop saying they're effective.
Oh, shut up. They are. Shut up. So this stands in your mind because you heard his name in passing. And then, of course, he's in this movie. And you're like, how do I know that name? Wait, hold on.
Because Who Weekly loves Finn Bennett updates. And Finn Bennett updates is a hooligan.
Which is, by the way, still updating.
They're still up. Cool, they have stuff to update about. They chose wisely. Finn Bennett was correct.
It's a slow, smart burn. Did not know Finn Bennett was in Backrooms. In fact, don't know about anyone that's in Backrooms. I don't even know who's in the rooms. I thought it was just a room.
It's Chiwetel and it's Renata. That's all I knew.
But then also Finn Bennett's back there, clearly.
Finn Bennett's in the back rooms. I never watched the back rooms. I'm seeing it tonight. I'm excited, I guess. But I don't know anything about Backrooms. I didn't watch the YouTubes.
People are enjoying it. People are enjoying Backrooms.
Yeah, they are.
And it's making so much money.
I know. But this is not the town. Let's take calls.
And God bless for that.
I want to be famous.
Who Weekly is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is how we updated our website, whoweekly.us, to let everyone know that we have a book coming out on September 29th, and you can pre-order it from our website, which we updated via Squarespace.
I easily installed an embed that leads to a website where you can buy the book. It looks incredible. Did you see? I did it, and I did them side by side.
I'm literally looking at it.
This is all easy stuff. I am not a web designer. I'm amateur. I barely know how to use Photoshop. But making the website with Squarespace couldn't be any easier.
It looks really easier. I think the art of the website is getting lost, and I think Squarespace keeps that art alive. That's not even in the copy. I just truly believe it.
I agree.
It's something I truly
agree.
believe.
I agree. You know what is in the copy, though?
What?
Squarespace gives you cutting-edge tools to create a stunning, one-of-a-kind website. No coding required. With their library of award-winning templates, you can get fully customized site that fits your brand perfectly in just a few clicks. Ready to get started? Head to squarespace.com/who for a free trial. And then when you're ready to launch, use the offer code WHO to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
Understanding power requires more than headlines. I'm Peter Hamby, host of The Powers That Be, a podcast from Puck examining politics, economics, and media to provide context, analysis, and clarity without sensationalism. We ask how power operates, who benefits, and what's at stake. If you want to move beyond breaking news to deeper understanding, join us on The Powers That Be. New episodes every weekday. Follow The Powers That Be wherever you get your podcasts.
Bobby, any summer trips upcoming? You want to announce your big July vacation right through in this ad? So if you listen to the ads, you get the tea.
I'm taking a road trip this summer across the great United States. I'm packing, among other things, my Quince shorts, but my newest Quince acquisition, my Quince linen pants. It's hot out there. I need breathable pants, and the Quince 100% European pants that I have in, I think their color is called like flax. It's flax. Last time I wore them, I got a compliment. And I was like, thank you, they're Quince.
You said, oh, thank you, they're Quince. If you're planning any summer trips like Bobby, Quince is a perfect place to find those effortless, high-quality travel essentials like washable silk and breathable linen. Their European linen tops and pants start at just $32, and you'll save 50 to 80% compared to other luxury brands. They work directly with ethical factories to ensure you're getting the best quality for your money, and they even offer premium luggage and home goods, the easiest way to feel elevated whether you're at home or on the go, on a road trip. Elevate your summer wardrobe. Go to quince.com/who for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns, now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/who for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/who.
I want to be famous.
Karamo Brown reveals why he did not. Oh, God damn it. Sorry, a friend just got in the car. Sorry, I called earlier reading the headline about Karamo on the cover of People magazine, and then my friend entered the car. Talk about that, but I am just like always interested in Queer Eye drama. Never watched Queer Eye in my life. Always interested. Will click. Without fail, evergreen content for me. Crunch, crunch.
Karamo kind of broke the internet. People could not stop gabbing about this. The headlines were everywhere.
There's something, a mix of like what I don't love, which is a little bit of gotcha culture and told you so culture and we never liked him culture, which is a little bit bullying.
You hate gotcha culture.
Well, because when I saw this, I felt the same way you did. I had that immediate knee-jerk reaction of like, there's something scammy about him. Always. He was always trying to sell me something that I didn't want to buy.
He did the least.
I know, you always say that. He did the least on this show. But then also just like...
At least Anthony like sliced an avocado open. Karamo really didn't do anything.
Well, there's something like coming out and being like, I'm being honest when you're not being honest. Or like I'm living in truth when I can tell you're not living in truth.
When your job is to help people live their lives more truthfully, and I feel like you're living your life the opposite of truthfully. But that's sort of why I was into this People story and why I was excited to read it, because I was like, this guy, I feel like I never got the truth from him. Totally. I never got the full story.
But you're continuing to shove yourself in my face, telling me that this is your truth, and I never feel like I have the truth. And you're even making a talk show in which you're having other people come on the talk show and give you their truth.
Give you their truth.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I feel like I have a much better understanding of his truth thanks to this People magazine cover story.
Really?
Yeah.
Shout out to People.
Yeah.
Okay.
People magazine, because of the format of publication that it is, it's not like reading a profiled, like a cover story of Vogue is one cover story, right? And you read it. A cover story of Variety is like one profile in Variety that you read. People is like going to be 8 separate stories that you have to read. A lot of them are covering the same ground, but then there's like 2 paragraphs of new information in each one. So you had to slowly read every article coming out of People over the span of a day to figure out what the full story of Karamo Brown was. And they released them, and I put it in here because I actually find it really interesting the way that they released, and they do this all the time, but I was just more interested in Karamo than I am with most of their cover stories. They drip dropped the goods over a 12-hour period, fully 12 hours. At 8 a.m., they published the first story, which got the first batch of headlines, and that headline was Queer Eye's Karamo Brown breaks his silence on the show's toxic drama and what really broke the Fab Five, exclusive. First, you start with the Queer Eye drama, which, remember we talked about it a few months ago, where it's like, when he didn't show up to that one interview.
We're also kind of dragging out this drama of a show that is like...
It's over.
Still on, that he's not on. Right, it's over and he's not even on, wasn't even on the final season?
No,
or was
he was on the final season, but he didn't show up to this one... like a live.
But the show
news
is
thing.
over.
It's over.
And if I was one of these guys, I would say, can we quit tarnishing the legacy? But the problem is that everyone feels like they need to get the last word, and it is a little bit petty to be out here trying to get the last word, to like almost solidify your future in celebrity, or like as a celebrity figure, like by honestly denigrating the other guys, because that's like the salacious news that keeps you in the press, you know? And so it is like a little bit if I were these other guys, I'd be like, it's a little disappointing, kind of, that you're still doing this, because they're also in this photo on the cover. You know, it's like this implication that the drama behind the scenes, it's like ruining the legacy of the show, kind of.
Kind of. To him, he's it's half damage control. Like the first part of this is damage control because
it is.
but it's months late damage control, because he got the bad press when he didn't show up to that one interview and people are like, why didn't you show up? And he's like, he told this story somewhere else and we talked about it, where he's like, my mom visited the set last year on the final season. She overheard some of the Queer Eye people talking shit about me and told me, and I was really upset.
Sorry, it's crazy that's so like technology 0.0. It's like my mom overheard.
My mom overheard these
so
fucking
simple.
messy gay people.
It's so simple that these people could not keep their mouths shut in front of my mother, who then obviously told me, and I trust my mother. You know, she wouldn't just like make that up. It's my mother, you know?
I think we knew the story about the mother overhearing something bad that the other Queer Eye cast members said about him. But he tells people that he never got the full story of what they said. He says, quote, the final straw for Brown, who says he relapsed during the show's third season. A lot of this is about sobriety, but that comes later. After 12 years of sobriety, came after his mom overheard several of his co-stars speaking negatively about him while she visited the set in 2025. Multiple sources confirm Van Ness, France, and Porowski were involved in the conversation. Embarrassed, Brown says he never pushed her for details of exactly what had been said. Quote, the thing I know is the tears I saw in my mother's eyes. She kept repeating, I thought they were your friends. It made me realize I can no longer stay silent about how often I was made to feel like an outsider. So he starts in this piece with like a very sympathetic story where he's like, these people I thought were my friends were talking shit about me within earshot of my mother. That sucked. Then you kind of lose a little bit of sympathy a few paragraphs later when it says, as quickly as the Fab Five's fame grew, so did their drama. Brown says that he, Van Ness, France, Porowski, and Bobby Burke, who exited the show after 8 seasons and was replaced by Brent in 2024, first became divided after a sexual harassment complaint was filed against him, meaning Karamo, in the first few weeks of filming. Brown claims he and one of the Fab Five, whom he declines to name publicly, had, quote, a fun and flirty relationship during the show's casting phase, which means I guess they fucked. Brown...
I truly am so confused by that detail. Wait, but was this somebody who was cast or somebody who wasn't cast?
This is somebody who was cast.
Which one?
He said he had a flirty relationship with one of the other Queer Eye people.
Which one?
And then that Queer Eye person accused him
Complaint.
of sexual harassment, but it wasn't the person he allegedly sexually harassed who accused. An anonymous third party reported Karamo Brown to the production.
Wait. That's so messy because like then they had to be on the show together for quite a few seasons, but also like, do you think that person who experienced the
alleged harassment,
do you think they even cared? It was just like, we're kikiing, this is so fun, we're just flirting, we're having fun, this is I'm just like, the line is thin between like, and gay guys like being friends, it's like maybe it's a little bit flirty too, but it's more like flirty like this is just how we communicate. I don't know, I'm sorry, I'm not the lawyer, but I'm just saying like I'm really confused by this.
It's weird. It says Brown, who says he was cleared of any wrongdoing, initially accused his co-star of filing the complaint, meaning the one who he was alleged to have harassed, but later learned an anonymous third party was responsible. Quote, it broke us, he says of the group. We all knew the divide between us. So he says he was accused of sexual harassment by someone, but the someone he allegedly sexually harassed didn't do the complaining. One of the other Queer Eye people did. And then people, because they are journalists, reached out to the production staff and writes this in parentheses, a source inside production disputes Brown's characterization of events, but confirms an investigation was conducted and says, quote, all parties wanted to move on with the show.
This is so,
we didn't know that. We didn't know that.
No, we didn't know that. And so somebody on the crew was like, this is weird.
Or let's just make up fake names. Let's say the person he allegedly harassed was Anthony. Okay.
Let's just say this is not, we don't know.
We literally don't. And I'm fully just picking a name out of a hat. This makes it seem like Bobby saw it happen or knew it happened or heard from Anthony that it happened. And Bobby said, hey, Netflix, Karamo sexually harassed Anthony. And then they did an investigation and then closed it and was like, okay, no wrongdoing. We're just going to move on. But the allegation itself, he brings it up and I'm sort of like, why are you telling People Magazine this and what should be a puff piece? And I think he brings it up because he's like, this would have come out anyway. I have to just say that it happened and then move on. But it makes the actual piece a little rattling because you're like, I'm trying to have sympathy for you, but now there's this whole weird 2-paragraph thing where it's like people claim that you have sexually harassed someone on your show. This is weird. It's annoying because we don't fully get the details.
Right.
But
There's so many dynamics here that could change the way that this should be interpreted or something. You're right. Because if it's like one Queer Eye guy saw it happening to a different Queer Eye guy and said something, and then it sparked the thing, and then maybe that sparked also kind of the feud. There were all these different, there was factions, and maybe these factions really originate from this accusation.
That's what I think he's trying to say.
And maybe Karamo, because wasn't also Karamo married at one point during all of this? Not that that means anything, but he was definitely married in the beginning of the show. He was definitely married at the time that this was happening.
Engaged.
So maybe
he was engaged to a guy for a really long time, but they never got married.
And I'm kind of like, they're all playing themselves because it's reality TV. They're all meeting for the first time. Everyone's trying to suss each other out. I'm not saying there's any excuse for sexual harassment, but also like we don't really know like what was done or said or anything. And like if he crossed a line he didn't realize because he was just kikiing with the girls and like it just, I just am like, we don't know anything. So there's no.
We don't know anything. We just know that because of this story, he's basically saying from season 1, there was tension. That's kind of the point of him telling the story. He's like, from season 1, there was tension. And then he said that at some point he was approached by someone at Netflix on the production staff or a producer. And they were like, you're replaceable. Like, you have to get it in your mind that like we can always get rid of you. You don't matter.
Well, to be fair, they did replace Bobby when he quit.
Bobby.
So it's like it is. They're not lying about that.
So anyway, so that gets published at 8, and it's like let's start with the big stuff, which means Queer Eye. Let's get the people talking about the thing they know about, which is Queer Eye. So 2 hours later, they published the second part of this package, which is Very Human Interest People, which is about his sobriety journey and how he was sober, then he relapsed, then he got sober again, and it ends with like a positive note where he's like, I've been sober for the past whatever. Oh my God, my mom is calling me. I can't answer that.
But like, what is he promoting? Just himself. But I'm just like, is there a book? Is there a...
I sent this to a group chat and I was like, here we go, or something like that.
Which
and
one?
One of my friends...
Wonder which one. I know exactly which one.
One of my friends was like, what is this pegged to? Is he promoting something? And I was like, funny you ask. He is promoting something. He's promoting, which I'm kind of skipping ahead. He's promoting a wellness app. I'll get to it later, but like, this is all centered around a wellness app that he just launched that is ultimately the reason this whole thing exists, because he wants people to sign up for this paid subscription-based wellness app. Okay, so that comes out at 10. The other thing that comes out at 10 is another human interest piece, Very People, which is Karamo Brown learned he was a dad when his son was 9. Now he's about to become a, quote, grandzaddy exclusive. And it's the story about how he didn't know that he had a kid until the kid was 9 years old. He meets the kid, becomes like a major part of the kid's life. And like the kid being in his life is one of the things that leads to his sobriety, because he's like, okay, I have to think for someone else now. It's very classic People.
He has a lovely story aside from this Queer Eye shit.
Totally,
yeah, of course.
Totally. Then the spawn happens at noon. At noon, they're like, okay, reason for the season. Exclusive. Karamo Brown launches wellness app based to help others so they're not, quote, as lost as me. It's called Key with the little accent mark over the E, the like line
Kiki.
to make it he.
K.
A long E. Karamo Brown is packaging up his popular pep talks, like the ones he delivered on Netflix's Queer Eye, into a new product to help others. It's called Key Wellness. It's an AI app. I mean, I downloaded it.
No.
Unfortunately, I downloaded it and then I paid. I gave them my credit card for a free 3-day trial so I could see how this app worked.
Can you cancel that, please?
I literally already canceled it. And the problem is, after you cancel it, it's one of those ones where the moment you cancel it, you don't have access anymore. So like I lost access. I thought I would get my full 3-day trial, but I lost it. But I did get to do some fun stuff while I was on there.
Can you play the video of you talking to the Karamo app? Because I was in the subway crying at that yesterday.
It does. It was probably better than the play that you saw when you missed it.
Oh, it was certainly better than the play, and actually kind of had a way more meaning and interest. And this, it was like it somehow like it sparked more thought than this play. Yeah, totally. This clip you did of you talking to a Karamo AI.
It's weird because in addition to the AI part that I will play in a second,
$15 a month.
It's really expensive.
That's a really high price point for an AI app.
No, you can get 3 Who Weekly Patreon subscriptions for the price of this.
I just feel like you're signing up to have your likeness, voice, everything, give people advice on a daily basis. Like, what the fuck is the AI going to tell them? And then it's your voice being like, that's okay. I just feel very like, what a risk you're taking to trust this let's say we're in AI version 1 at this point, maybe version -1 in terms of time is long, right? Like technology is long.
Life is very long.
And you're going to give it your voice and likeness to give people who are struggling with mental health, because that's what you're advertising this app to.
Yeah.
You're going to give them access to your voice, telling them what to do with their lives. Like, this really does not help my perception of you, right? Like, I really think you're an idiot for this, because this is the stupidest thing you've done yet.
It's called a wellness app, but then when I was going through like what the app offers, yeah, there's some like meditation wellness stuff, but it seems to be mostly centered around meal plans and health and fitness. It has like workouts you can do with Karamo, their video. It has like a meal tracker and meal planner. When you start the app, it asks you questions to like figure out what your goals are. And most of the questions are about like weight loss and fitness and health.
I just feel bad because it's like he like does have a thing that he does well, and then this is so clearly somebody coming in and like
he's a good talker. He does what you want him to do, which is he makes you feel like you're the only person in the room, and he's very sweet.
Right, and that's why his talk show was a great like elongation of that. Like that was a great thing for him to have that talk show. But this is the worst version of that, where somebody comes along and they says, let's bottle your energy so you can do less work and you can make more money. And this is what happens. And it's just disgusting.
It's gross. And so the central feature of this app, like when you open it, this is the first thing it offers you before you get into the other tabs. It's like a conversation you can have with Karamo. It's like an AI voice chat. You can speak to him and you click call, and then it does like a fake phone call ring. And then it's like, hi, I'm Karamo. And he says the exact same thing every time, but it's AI. So it's every time he answers the phone, it sounds a little different, even though the script is the same. And you're supposed to ask him questions and he's supposed to be able to respond to you. But the thing is, when I downloaded it, it didn't work. So he wouldn't respond to any of my questions. Here's the video. I think
he wouldn't respond to any of your questions?
He wouldn't respond to any of my questions.
Hey friend, I'm Karamo. I'm glad you're here. You can exhale. You're in a judgment-free zone. What's on your heart right now?
Hey Karamo, can you hear me? Is this working? Can you hear me? Is this working? Karamo, can you hear me?
Hey friend, I'm Karamo. I'm glad you're here. You can exhale. You're in a judgment-free zone. What's on your heart right now?
How are you doing today? Karamo, how are you doing today?
Hey friend, I'm Karamo. I'm glad you're here. You can exhale. You're in a judgment-free zone. What's on your heart right now?
Karamo, can you hear me? Karamo.
Hey friend, I'm Karamo. I'm glad you're here. You can exhale. You're in a judgment-free zone. What's on your heart right now?
Who do you hate more, Bobby or Anthony?
Hey friend, I'm Karamo. I'm glad you're here. You can exhale. You're in a judgment-free zone. What's on your heart right now?
What's the worst thing Anthony ever said to you?
Hey friend, I'm Karamo. I'm glad you're here. You can exhale. You're in a judgment-free zone. What's on your heart right now?
Why do you sound different every single time you answer the phone?
Hey friend, I'm Karamo. I'm glad you're here. You can exhale. You're in a judgment-free zone. What's on your heart right now?
This sucks. It doesn't work. And so I canceled it. It's like, I cannot believe he launched an app in People, getting so much press, more press than he's gotten in years.
It doesn't work.
That doesn't work. It doesn't work.
So he doesn't talk back.
No, he would not talk back.
So you just had to hang up and call again?
So I would hang up and call again. There was one that I captured that didn't. The only time he said something other than, hi, it's Karamo. What's on your heart right now? Or whatever.
You're in a judgment-free zone. What's on your heart right now?
Was when I asked a question and then he responded like, I don't know the answer to that. And unfortunately, I didn't get audio of that, but that's the only time he said anything else. But I couldn't get him to respond to what I said because AI sucks.
AI does suck.
And so half of this story that was published at noon, which is about this Key app, is him being really defensive about AI because he knows people are going to come for him.
Yeah, but your AI is your AI is broken, let alone AI does suck, but like it works in other places. Your AI is broken. You should be more defensive about that.
He says a lot of people are afraid of AI. I used to be one of those people. I was like, nope. I do not need to be talking to AI, Brown admits. But Delphi, the company that he partnered with, assured him they could build a tool, quote, in a thoughtful way, which gives real advice, but also encourages the person to realize you don't need to be on here 24/7. Quote, there's a whole world out there. I want users to talk to people. Go find your tribe. Use this as a jumping off point to be better. I mean, it goes on and on and on about like, no. I know you're scared of AI, but this AI is good. In my experience, this AI doesn't even fucking work.
Yeah.
The last piece of this People story was at 8 o'clock. And I think they saved it for 8 because it is it's the one that would make people get the nastiest. And but something that obviously he wants to speak about because I think he gets a lot of attention for it in like a negative way. And it's the headline, Karamo Brown reveals his botched plastic surgery for the first time and details the work he had done to fix it. Exclusive.
Can I be clear? This is not what I wanted to talk about.
No.
Like, it is not interesting to be like, somebody got filler, somebody got Botox, somebody got whatever done. Like, I'm done. I'm really like not interested in that unless they bring it up and they're like, here's my tale.
It's very Linda Evangelista, where it's like, I got this plastic surgery work done and it ruined my life.
He's preempting the like conversation of that or something.
Totally.
By saying like, I got buccal fat removal and it got fucked up.
I'll play the video of him talking about this because it actually is like, it's quite harrowing and like unpleasant.
In 2021, I had buccal fat surgery removal. And what that is, that's not really plastic surgery. It's supposed to be like a quick 30 minutes thing. They go into your mouth and they take out the fat right here. Because during COVID, I had gained like 70 pounds and was a big boy. And everybody online liked to tell me how much of a big boy I was. So I was like, okay, maybe if I slim out my face, I'll be cute. And so I went to this place that was like literally in some countries, you can go to the dentist and do this. They just take out the fat right here, 10 minutes and you're supposed to be done. Mine turned into a year and a half of pain. The person who did mine cut my saliva glands and also cut up because they couldn't get in and created scar tissue all throughout my cheeks. And then I had my saliva not going into my mouth, but billowing into each side of my cheek. And it was getting hardened by the scar tissue. And so there'd be times you'd see me smile and it was tight. My cheeks would be big because was full of saliva, because it was full of scar tissue. And I was in the worst pain. I felt embarrassed that I did it to myself. I felt stupid. Like, how dare I? What was wrong with me? Why did I let this get into my mind? And this is why I talk about loving myself now. Like, I would never do that now.
This is awful. Like, I can't even imagine. Like, I'm just so that this could happen to someone, that this, like, it's awful, right? And this is like a celebrity. Like, he didn't just go to some random guy.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel this is so terrible to hear. It's good that he's being honest about this, but I'm also kind of like, I'm not taking advice from you. Like, I just feel so sad, like, about that this happened to him. Like, it's awful.
And he's clearly been waiting like a year to tell this story too. Like, or longer. I understand why it's there because he's like, it's the elephant in the room that people are going to wonder about. And if he has to make a business out of being honest and helpful, he has to be honest and truthful in Two People magazine. And it's just really sad.
I don't know. I'm just very like, if he didn't bring this up, I wouldn't have brought it up. But like, because you're bringing up, then you're opening the door for other people to bring it up. Also, the idea that you're directly responding to internet comments, it's sad. It just bums me out. Like, he's being like, people online said I was fat, so I did this.
Yeah,
it's like,
sad.
ugh. Like, also, this is the guy giving me advice. I don't want it.
Meanwhile, Anthony Porowski is the timing of this is, I don't think this is like a Taylor Swift Olivia Rodrigo thing where it's like, I have to release my Toy Story song to ruin Olivia Rodrigo's chances on the Billboard charts. But I do think there's something interesting.
Do you think that's what's happening? I know every time.
I do think it's interesting that Anthony
every
Porowski
time Taylor Swift does anything, she's combating.
Yes. I do believe Taylor Swift is doing these things from a like Sun Tzu perspective. Like, it's all art of war for that girl.
Yeah, art of war.
But like, I don't think that Anthony Porowski releasing a show on Nat Geo that's streaming now on Disney Plus with Hulu, or starting on June 7th, has anything to do with the timing of this.
No,
Karamo
but I
cover.
do think it is tough for Karamo because it is like in comparison, and we're comparing because Karamo's the one talking about Queer Eye still also. Sorry, he's the one I'm not just doing this to him. He's bringing it up. It's hard because, you're releasing a weird, bad AI app that doesn't work, and your former coworker, who I feel like you hate, aren't they in opposition?
Oh, I think
or
they
are
hate
they
each
friends?
other.
I don't remember. Anthony has a glossy Nat Geo show, right? That's very impressive and cool seeming.
It's just like, how did he get this job?
You know what I
It's
mean.
just so funny
You
that
know
it's
what I
like,
Yeah.
what makes him Rick Steves? Okay, listen.
I'm on a quest to find the best. I'm Anthony Porofsky, and I believe that travel's one of the most enriching things you can do in life. This is the chicest morning swim I've ever had. Every year.
Oh my God, I can't.
Oh God, Rick. It is Rick Steves with abs. Like it's so
Rick
crazy.
Steves
It's
with
like
abs.
they.
It's if Rick Steves is like cruising in every city that he goes to, which maybe Rick
He's
Steves
like-
is doing that. I don't
right.
know, but he doesn't talk about it.
You know, the real question is, and what you're kind of getting at is like, what has Anthony done to earn the kind of travel guy thing? But you know, this is the same thing. Stanley Tucci. What has he done? What has he done to? You know, you look back at Rick Steves and you said years and years and years of him writing these travel guides. He's earned this, right? Like
Well, Anthony gets this because he's hot and white, and that's the sad reality of entertainment.
right.
I will not be watching Best of the World. I
Best of the
cannot
World.
believe he got this. I cannot believe it. Like, what witch did Anthony make a deal with 10 years
Stop.
ago? I don't like.
You just saw him. They showed him getting out of a pool and like the water running down his abs. Like I don't know what question you're asking. There's the answer, right? Like, right?
Yeah.
Just saying. I know you're not asking. I know you're not really asking the question.
Bobby and Tan are still my favorite.
I know you do love Bobby and Tan.
I think Tan is great. Okay, let's move on.
Hi, Bobby, Lindsay, Timmy. What is going on with the D'Amelio family and their money and their fighting? I have never been that interested in them, but I think we all are probably interested in like children, influencers, you know, growing up and how their parents handle their money and this drama as like time goes on and these kids get older. So I don't really know what's going on. But do you guys? I bet that you do. Thanks. Leanne Cuisine.
You know what's funny?
What?
I feel like the only, and you know, feel free to combat this with an example, but in the history of time of celebrity, the only good momager, the only parental, I mean, she's known as this, so it's like the only like positive parental outcome of like a parent stepping in and managing their child, whether they be actor, singer, dancer, blah, blah, blah. It always ends in mess when the parents are working for their kid. And I'd love other examples. And I think there are other examples, but they're more quiet. They're more private. Like, you know, I just haven't heard a story yet. I can name all the bad ones. Macaulay Culkin, Selena Gomez. I can keep naming them. It literally is endless.
Gary
Kris
Coleman,
Jenner,
famously.
Exactly. Kris Jenner, I would say, is the only, and that's why she's the most notable. I think when people bring up the word momager, it's like Kris Jenner, because she's the only example of a positive outcome to this. Of the where the child is famous, the parents involved, they're the manager, they're running the business, they're doing all this stuff. They're kind of getting they're glomming off of it a little bit. They're getting fame from it as well. And now years and years later, because you could argue the Jenner sisters were very young when this, because Kim and them were older, but
That's the difference, yeah. She started being a momager to a child who was an adult, meaning Kim.
sure, but her younger kids were younger, is what I'm saying. Yeah. So it's not fully. I was gonna say that too, but I'm like, yeah, she had some adult kids, but she also had some children, some actual children. Like they were like 9-10 years old or whatever.
Yeah, they were children in those first seasons.
Kris is kind of, and honestly, maybe we're still to come. Maybe there's stuff comes out about how she's bad, but whatever. She's the only good example of that in the history of celebrity, like truly.
I think one of the things that it has that works in her favor, where it's not as toxic.
It's guaranteed that this goes wrong.
There's one thing that keeps it from being toxic is that they didn't act. Like she was the momager for Kim, who was an adult and a lot of what Kris was doing was figuring out a way to make the most out of a bad situation, which was a leaked sex tape or a sex tape that existed and was going to be leaked. And then she was like, we can actually leak it ourselves. Allegedly, people say that she leaked it themselves and turned that into their entire identity. But when it comes to the children, meaning Kendall and Kylie, I think one thing that helps, and certainly they're not the only child stars who aren't actors, but the fact that like they went into businesses where she could be more protective of them, and it was like modeling entrepreneurship. Like I think the place that being a momager or a parent manager gets messy is when Hollywood is involved and acting is involved, and like the unpredictability of like movie and television sets, like she kind of did keep them insulated from those sorts of things. You know, like I think their aspirations weren't in the darkest places of Hollywood.
Yes, I think she did what the idea. This is like we always think is happening, and then it's never what's happening. It's like there's always something going on. I'm just saying, like, whenever you see a situation like this, maybe you think of Kris Jenner and how it worked out well. But
She's
really think that it. But she's a huge outlier. It's always bad. It always works out badly, and I just feel it makes me very sad to see it happen again and again, and somehow we're okay with it. And then it's like comes out that it was bad. So anyways, topic at hand, the D'Amelios. Remember the original, remember when she was a more famous Charli than Charli XCX? Well, that's no longer the case.
Yep.
Shout out to Charli XCX for being like, I'm going to actually wait until this other Charli comes and threatens my Charli throne. I'm going to come back and I'm going to say, no, it's time for me to actually, this is not what happened, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Charli XCX's big breakout happened after we got a new Charli. She said that won't stand. I'm the Charli.
I'm Charli. I'm Charli without any.
I'm Charli. So this Charli, who was a dancing TikTok / whatever from before Musical.ly breakout, they had a family reality show. She had a sister who also did music. She did dancing. She still does dancing. Blah blah blah. Turns out the parents are terrible. Turns out they were stealing from her.
Allegedly.
Okay, let's get into the paperwork. I know, get into the paperwork.
It's interesting that this all started.
Sorry,
with
that was
Demois.
a long preamble,
No,
but I guess it makes
necessary.
it interesting. It's necessary.
So Demois posted this a few days ago. Sources allege that TikTok and Broadway star Charli D'Amelio, crazy thing to say, discovered millions of dollars had been transferred out of accounts that were established during the years her career was managed by her parents. Insiders claim the transfers allegedly occurred over an extended period and involved funds that were intended for Charli's savings. According to sources, Charli became aware of the situation after her parents were allegedly supposed to be removed from certain accounts. The matter is now reportedly in the hands of attorneys. Sources further allege the dispute has caused a major rift within the family, with Charli's sister Dixie D'Amelio reportedly siding with her parents. All allegations remain unverified. God, this is like, go to journalism school. I hate the way Demois writes, because it's like they think that if they just write allegedly over and over and over again that it's journalism, but it's like this just reads like gobbledygook.
Okay, as somebody who's briefly taught at a journalism school, Demois, Melissa, if you're listening to this, give me money and I will give you a crash course in everything you need to know about what the reporting that you're doing. I can fix
You could do
this. I will teach you. Like,
It's true.
truly.
It's true. You've taught people.
But I think the thing is that I don't think that she wants. I think what she revels in and why Demois does well is because she doesn't. Right. This is she's cosplaying Us Weekly, but there's no actual kind of journalism integrity or anything like that or training because she doesn't have it. And so what she doesn't know won't kill her. She's acting like ignorance is bliss on that on that thing. We're getting mad because we see it, but people actually don't care. But offers on the table, babe. Like, trust me. Give
Lindsay's a
give
great
us 10
teacher.
grand and you give us 10 grand and the Who Weekly kind of both of us will swoop in and we'll tell you everything you need to know. Trust me.
She should. She won't, but she should. I just don't like this particular type of Demois reporting because it's very, very clear that the overuse of allegedly and sources further allege and reportedly over and over again makes me think that they have a first-hand account.
Do you think she's hedging? It's like hedging.
And she's hedging it too much. And this is clearly from someone directly connected to Charli, and Demois trying to act like it isn't. And Mark D'Amelio, the father, got in the comments.
What's the Macbeth line?
The lady doth
protest. The lady doth allege.
Yeah, the lady doth allege. Melissa doth allege too much. Yeah, that's what's happening.
Melissa doth. The lady doth allege too much.
The lady doth allege too much.
Oh my God, I wish I could go in the book.
Oh God.
Damn it. That's so funny.
The lady doth allege too much. Mark D'Amelio goes in the comments and
says,
the
lady doth allege too much.
Mark says, no one called me for an interview. It's such a weird thing to say because I think he means Demois didn't reach out to him. This is not true. We, meaning Mark and the mother, love Charli, but she is being manipulated and I have the receipts. Over the last 6 years, we have remained silent and never addressed gossip, but the time has come to set the record straight. She is always, meaning Charli, had a team in place, lawyers, business manager, agent. We purposely set it up that way. Not sure if you know anything about our family, but we were doing fine before TikTok, meaning I don't need the money. I don't need to steal from my child. So he went on TikTok Live. So we were going to talk about this on Tuesday, but then it was sort of weird. In the time since, he has gone on TikTok Live and he gave this very long sort of like meandering stream of consciousness account of what happened without providing too many details. But essentially it's, I didn't have anything to do with this. I'm not the bad guy here. The bad guys are the new people Charli has aligned herself with, meaning her lawyer and her manager and her business manager. Those are the ones who are behaving badly. But he doesn't.
Sorry, you mean like the smart third party people she brought in to like fix this mess, kind of, or to like tell her to explain to her what's going on now that she's like an adult. I mean, she's been an adult for a second, but you know what I mean.
I think I have part of this open. Here it is. Yeah. He says,
I gave my daughters everything they I thought they wanted and needed, and now you got a bunch of team around them that think they know what's best for Charli. And I have all the receipts. The problem is, what am I going to do? What am I going to do if I sue someone? What's that going to do? Drag my family into a lawsuit? It's emails I sent one to her business manager. He didn't respond back. Maybe I'll post that one later. We guys should look into everybody associated with Charli. These dumb fucks don't understand that I can use AI and search 330,000 emails, and I have everything. So you want to come after us? What did her business manager, Ron Starr, say? Mark, you give yourself too much credit. Yeah, Ron. You guys should look up Ron Starr, by the way. This guy's an interesting story and an interesting family.
You're making front-facing. This is so
it's messy.
It's messy. You. This is your daughter. Like, I'm just like, and this actually just speaks to evidence that you did this in the first place to me, because you're fucking messy, right? Like, and parents think that they're fucking accountants at this point. You know what I mean? They think they can handle it. They think they can do it. It's like, you didn't go to business school. Like, I don't know. Again, it's like history repeats, right? And we're just getting the same cycles of this shit over and over and over again. Gypsy ass.
People reached out after
the musical.
Yes, Gypsy Rose. Gypsy Rose, the musical, not Gypsy Rose Blanchard.
Right, but also not like the word gypsy, meaning like a word we're not really using.
Oh yeah,
for that meaning. Sorry, not gypsy. Gypsy Rose ass.
Truly, it's why I have a complicated relationship with the iconic Lady Gaga song, which is one of her best songs. Unfortunately, you know.
Gypsy Rose ass is what I meant.
So people wrote about this. With this headline, Charli D'Amelio says she's, quote, depressed in cryptic TikTok amid reports of financial rift between family members. And it's because Charli posted on her TikTok a front-facing photo of her looking sad in the dark. And it said, "I'll be back dancing later. I'm depressed. Leave me alone." Which people assumed was like, I can't believe my dad's being messy again. I can't believe this is like a public thing.
Messy parents is such a sad, like, kind of side effect of like young fame, right? Like, God, you really have to like watch out for your parents sometimes.
And this is telling in terms of actual reporting, not like ladies who doth allege too much. People reached out to Charli and Mark. Guess what? Mark responded and said everything in that Demois post is not true, and Charli didn't say shit. So Charli didn't even respond to people because I think she's smarter. She's like, why are we doing this? This is crazy.
Yeah, I know. Well, now guess what? She has new people who are on her side who are giving her
probably better advice. Probably better advice. Yes.
Am I right? Like, she's being told now, like, good advice, ideally. And I hope that this second time around, she actually has people who have her back, professionals. But I guess you really never know, do you?
The only actual proof that we have that Charli is trying to distance herself from her family involves popcorn. And this is from TMZ. Charli D'Amelio parts ways with family's company amid rumored drama. Charli D'Amelio and her family have decided to end their business ties amid rumors of drama between the influencer and her parents. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Charli is no longer involved with Be Happy Snacks, the popcorn company launched by the D'Amelios in 2023. Be Happy Snacks was launched under D'Amelio Brands, where Charli's father, Mark D'Amelio, serves as CEO. We're told Charli's exit from the brand was, quote, a formal amicable separation from D'Amelio Brands and D'Amelio Family, LLC, that everyone agreed to at the time. This is the only proof that we have that she's trying to be like, I don't want to be involved in this weird family business anymore.
Yeah.
I've been conditioned, for all the reasons that you mentioned up top, to not trust the parents in this situation. Unless you're Kris Jenner, unfortunately.
I know. And she's this like famous anomaly, which I think is actually like also what makes her more famous, is that she's an anomaly. She's like a miracle that she didn't. I mean, I'm sure in many ways, you know,
I'm sure she's awful, but the thing that separates.
But I'm sure at first, yeah.
Something you didn't mention up top that separates her, because I was thinking of like like Hillary Duff, not to fucking bring that person up again, but like that's kind of a good momager. I mean, she's not a huge stratospheric star, or at least like she's not as big of a star as I think people want us to believe that she is. But like she doesn't have anything bad to say about her mother. As a child star, she's like, she and her mother seem to have a good relationship, which is rare. Same thing with Taylor Swift's parents. Like I almost feel like Taylor Swift's dad is up there with Kim Kardashian as someone who like took the reins of her child's career for the better, and they don't have a fraught relationship. But I think something about like the adult former child star who was brought up by their parents in this shitty industry, when they still have a good relationship with their parent as an adult, I think that's really rare. And Charli doesn't. Kim Kardashian does. All of those Jenner kids, they do. They love Kris.
No, I know.
And that's weird.
I know.
When
Well,
they
that's what I'm
like their
saying. I
parents,
just
it's
feel
weird. Like the norm is Jeanette McCurdy, I'm glad my mom's fucking dead.
But that's what I'm saying. Kris Jenner is this anomaly in a way where she almost becomes the example, and then it's bad because it makes it seem like it's okay, when actually it's very, very likely, it's most likely that doesn't work out.
Yes.
We have Gypsy Rose for a reason. We have this story for a reason. It's like almost an Aesop's tale. Like it is just very, it's in the Bible at this point. Like, do not be managed by your parents. Do not let your parents get involved. It never turns out okay for anyone.
Yeah. Do not let your parents make money off of you when you are a child. Because that's a recipe for disaster 99% of the time.
But half the time you can't control that because you're a child. So it's just like, it's sad to see this happen when we could have seen it happening. Is there any are we still in just like the midst of it essentially?
Yeah, we're in the midst of it. Let's move on.
She's out of the popcorn game.
Yeah, that's the only proof we're going to get.
I want to be famous.
When you need to build up your team to handle the growing chaos at work, use Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It gives your job post the boost it needs to be seen and helps reach people with the right skills, certifications, and more. Spend less time searching and more time actually interviewing candidates who check all your boxes. Listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. That's Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need a hiring hero? This is a job for Indeed Sponsored Jobs.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
All new drinks are now at McDonald's. With refreshers like the Strawberry Watermelon Refresher and the Mango Pineapple Refresher with popping boba. To crafted sodas like the Sprite Berry Blast with berry flavors and cold foam. Who knew ice cold drinks could be so fire? Try them all now at McDonald's.
Refreshers contain caffeine. Copyright 2026, The Coca-Cola Company. Sprite is a registered trademark of The Coca-Cola Company.
I want to be famous.
Hi guys, could you talk about Mika Abdalla and Jake Short, and whatever the hell is going on with them? I think Mika is kind of becoming a bigger name because of Off Campus or whatever, and Jake Short is Jake Short. I don't know if he's even worked in a couple of years. It doesn't matter. Could you please just talk about them and their whole situation? Thank you. Popular Mechanics Robinson, Crunch Crunch.
Popular Mechanics Robinson.
You watched Off Campus, right?
Oh, I sure did. And if you want to hear me talk about it more, you can subscribe to our Patreon, and I go into depth. And actually, I do a great job of discussing that show, the show that is launching soon. That's the Summer I Turned Pretty knockoff that I got access to, and kind of the failures of these shows, in my opinion, as being adapted from modern romance novels, and as compared to like Heated Rivalry and Summer I Turned Pretty.
The two genders. Lindsay's like, you got to watch Off Campus. And I'm like, you got to watch Cape Fear. It's so fucking
Listen,
good.
but I'm saying don't watch Off Campus.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
I did not
But you
like
don't want to
it.
watch
And you're
Cape Fear
saying
because it's scary. You'll never watch Cape Fear. It's iconic.
Right, but you're saying you liked Cape Fear, and I'm telling you I did not like Off Campus.
Oh, I
do
see what you're
not
saying.
think that
I
it
see
is
what you're
good.
saying.
Okay. I think they're kind of. I think it's a failure in kind of the Heated Rivalry runoff. But people love it. People are loving it. People are dying for it.
It's a huge hit. It's already getting a second season, which means it's female lead. She's the lead, right? Mika Abdalla.
No.
Oh, she's not the lead female?
She's the next lead. See,
she's
this is
second
what's great
lead
about
vocalist?
these shows.
She's the Kelly?
Well, no, listen. These books are series, right?
Uh-huh.
Romance novels are now this thing where it's a Marvel universe, right? If you write a romance novel, you write the main characters.
And then you mention
love.
and there's Bill over there. And then the next book is about Bill.
You say, oh, she has a best friend named Rachel. Rachel is a side character, but will Rachel find love? That's right, in the next book. If the first book is popular, then the next book, Rachel meets a carpenter and she finds love. And then it becomes like a secondary. So when you have a full
what the
hockey
Heated
team
Rivalries
of
are.
guys...
Yeah.
Right. So if you look at a hockey, this one is like, it's a hockey team once again, but everyone's straight. So we have a hockey team full of men who are each going to find love as the show goes on. So this girl is part of, I would argue, like the secondary couple that people are excited for next season, more so because they had they had maybe more chemistry, in my opinion, and they're going to get like the next season, right?
Uh-huh. I see.
So now we're now at this thing where everyone's like mainlined this show and is kind of like, okay, what's next? And it's like, guys, they haven't even, they just started filming the next
But they're
season,
filming
so.
it. They haven't even started filming Heated Rivalry Season 2. Off Campus is like,
I know.
let's go.
They said turn it around. So, but people are obsessing about the leads and their actual relationships. We're in that era of conversation. We're in that, not era, but we're in that now portion of conversation. And what's going to happen is that some of them will stay together, but some of them are going to be breaking up because they're famous now.
And it's extra dramatic when the lead, when the star of the show, the woman, is engaged to someone off the show and then ends the engagement after the show gets successful, which is what happened here.
Well, especially because she's being shipped so heavy with her co-star. The guy that was on my hunk list. Again, listen to Patreon for my hunk list.
Everyone loved your hunk list. They were like, Lindsay, you have such
because
good
they think
taste
I have
in
good
hunks.
taste in hunks. I kind of do.
You did.
I also
You
feel
did.
like I was really proud of that list because that was not names that people maybe had heard yet. Like they were I really dug. I dug for new hunks.
Yeah,
It's
you were on
hard.
the ground floor for a lot of these hunks.
I'm trying, literally. Before they get canceled, I'm trying to
I know. You
uplift.
because you do love choosing a hunk that's going to do something really fucked up.
Listen,
really
it's likely that
fucked
they
up.
will. The odds are high. So if it's like 1 out of 5, what can I do if those are the odds against me? Not Stan?
You do know how to pick them.
Yeah. What can I live a life of not lusting if I know that's the odds of them getting canceled? No, I can't live like that.
You've got there's a Golden Girls line where it's like a politician episode and Dorothy's talking about how some local politician has a good chance of winning, and Sophia says, "This from someone who's got a Mondale bumper sticker covering up their Dukakis bumper sticker." It's just like it's like you keep choosing people who are going to lose, but that's fine.
Listen, I know I'm putting my sticker that says this young hunk's name over the Shia LaBeouf sticker that's already been placed
The
over
Shia LaBeouf
the
bumper sticker's covered up by someone else. Army Hammer was covering Shia, and what's covering Army, we don't fucking know. It's like, oh
You're
God.
so right. It's covering Army. Fuck me. All right. Well, best of luck to Henry Cavill and
I think Henry's crossed the threshold. I think he's going to be fine.
He's fine. And David Cornsweet.
Oh my God. Did you see that story? I sent the story on the Hollywood Reporter. It was like David Cornsweet's new movie tested higher for women than any movie ever tested in the history of audiences.
He's tested higher for me since he was in that Twisters. He said Glenn Powell who, like get out of here with that.
What did it say? Those screenings saw a score of 95 among men over 35, with an incredibly rare perfect 100 score among women over 35.
Yeah,
it's like
100 score.
All the women were like twisting that knob the entire movie they were like 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
Ew.
10, 10.
Sorry. Oh, you didn't mean like twisting there. Like that was
No, I almost said twisting the knob while flicking the bean, but then I didn't, and now I just said it anyway.
Ew. Okay. Well, you kind of said it. They're twisting the knob.
They twisted
That's
that
enough.
knob. I mean, that photo, the one photo of that movie is the hottest photo I've ever seen in my entire life.
I know.
Google it.
I've never zoomed like I've zoomed for that. Okay.
Google David Corn Sweat Mr. Irrelevant to see the hottest photo that's ever been taken of anyone. Okay.
It's crazy.
Okay, so Mika Abdalla allegedly called off engagement to Jake Short before off-campus premiere. This is yet again more Domois reporting, which makes me think that Domois knows straight from the sword. Jake Short is a former child star. He was on a show called Ant Farm. I'd never heard of it, but I had seen the meme of the little kid standing awkwardly in front of a microphone. I'd seen that on Twitter. I never knew where it was from, but it's a famous meme.
And I do recognize the name China Ann McClain, who's another like child star from that,
Yes.
who's now an adult star.
They met on the set of a movie called Sex Appeal, which had the tagline, "The only science she doesn't get is chemistry," which is like not the greatest tagline I've ever seen in my entire life, but that's where they met, okay?
Okay.
They got engaged. They're broken up. So after this breakup happened, typically if a breakup between someone who's an up-and-coming star in the wake of their successful show happens, you're like, oh, they got too famous and they're moving on because they realize that they're famous and they want to meet someone else, whatever. The relationship isn't working. That's the normal story. The thing that complicates this or makes it intriguing is that a couple of years ago, there was a case of podcast mouth that went under discussed because neither person was famous enough. But now that this is happening and she's more famous, this podcast clip was uncovered and is going viral. And this happens. It is an episode of a podcast hosted by, at the time, Jake Short, the actor that Mika was at one point engaged to, and his friend, who is the guy from Good Luck Charlie, who we've spoken about in the past.
Did he marry his co-star?
Yeah. Well, he married Natasha Bure.
Okay, it all goes back to the berets.
He married Natasha Bure. His name is, he wasn't the titular Charlie from Good Luck Charlie, but he was on it. His name is Bradley Stephen Perry. They got married last year. We talked about it at the time. So Bradley and Jake Short had a podcast. That is now, by the way,
now been
scrubbed. It happened in the past few days. Yeah. You cannot listen to this podcast anywhere. I finally saw it. Wasn't available on YouTube. It says 64 unavailable videos are hidden. Wasn't available on Spotify. It looked like it was available on Apple Podcasts, but when you click play, it says, this episode is temporarily unavailable. Try again later. So here's the clip. The people that you're going to hear speaking that say the fucked up things are Jake Short and Mika. Here we go. So this is Mika saying, how would he describe you in 2 words? And Mika has an answer for that. And the other 2 people who are Stephen Bradley Stephen, whatever, and his then girlfriend but now wife, Natasha Bure, are listening as this conversation is happening.
How would you describe Mika?
He would describe me.
Oh, yeah, you can take it away. I was actually asking.
I have 2 words. Yeah.
A lot of farts.
No, that's pretty
Fat.
funny, though. Be like, yeah, some bitch.
Oh, my God.
So
anyway.
she's the best person he knows. The best person he's ever met, and I'm some bitch.
Dap me up.
All right. I will say that's like he's making a joke that really comes off. That's very
That
bad.
aged
and also
quite
didn't
poorly.
play. It didn't play well in the room either.
Natasha Bure is shocked. Natasha Bure is like, you are literally the devil. I'm scared. This is the devil.
Well, she's Jesus is in the room with them, and he does not approve of you calling the girl some bitch.
So now that is going viral for obvious reasons.
It is funny because this movie they met on the set of, again, I'm not looking it up. I just see the poster. It's very like hot girl nerdy guy.
Yeah.
So it is kind of like people are like, yeah, good. She's like leaving him. She's too good for him anyways.
Exactly.
Like it's very, but they literally met on a movie in which the girl is kind of like better than hotter than the guy.
And she was a child star too. So she started acting when she was 6. She said in a Hollywood Reporter profile of her from last week, at the age of 6, she booked her first editorial gig for the cover of a local parents magazine after a casting call in Dallas, Texas. Quote, I'm an only child. My mom was essentially a stay-at-home mom, so I was super codependent.
She's great on the show. I would say she's like, to me, she's like the best energy on the show. She's the best friend, or like she's like
I love the best friend.
She's the cool side girl, so she has way more to work with in a way that is a lot. She's not as anxious as the lead.
Mm-hmm. She's
and
cool.
Also, it's a sexy show, and sorry, but like the lead like has sex with a bra on, and this girl's like, I don't give a shit, I'm doing whatever. She's giving child star, and that she's kind of like, I'll do whatever.
She said something funny to the Hollywood Reporter, which made me laugh, and I actually found it very charming because it says, the actress spent 3 years on a children's television show. When that wrapped, at the age of 17, she headed to college at UCLA. Quote, I took that as my opportunity to be a kid, just do school and be a girl in college and have fun. That lasted about 6 months. I was like, okay, never mind, I can. Where she's like, you know what, college, dumb. I just want to act again. And she did.
I do
and now
love
she's
that.
successful.
She tried to be a kid again, and she said no.
And I found this reassuring when it comes to the younger generation. She says, outside of off-campus, Abdalla's heart has always been drawn towards independent film. Quote, I love the quick and dirty guerrilla filmmaking that comes along with shooting something like that. It's extremely different than what we're doing right now, which I also love. Hopefully, in between season 2, and hopefully there's season 3 and 4 and whatever, I'd really like to balance out both sides of the coin a little bit. I'd like to do my fun, commercially viable book adaptation show for Amazon and then do something that 11 people are going to see. I'm like, wow, independent film still going strong. The kids are all right. They still want to be in independent films. I think that's great. Don't you?
It's so great.
Okay.
It's so great.
Let's do a couple more.
Hi, Lindsay and Bobby. Medium time. I'm calling for you to rank some celebrities that my Gen Z coworker doesn't know. From who to them, please? It would be Rita Wilson, Mary Tyler Moore, Fran Drescher, Halle Berry, Lucille Ball, and Christina Ricci. I was also going to put J-Lo because my coworker did not know J-Lo. We work in theater. She was coming to see one of our shows. We have like a notable list, and she goes, what is Jennifer Lopez known for? And I said, she's not known for anything. She does not need any introduction, so you don't have to put her. But yeah, if you could rank those people. Thank you. Bye. Crunch, crunch.
Did your coworker get hit in the head or something? Is she okay? She doesn't know who J-Lo is? Your coworker needs to go get an MRI.
If you don't know who J-Lo is, I'm scared.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know what to tell you, truly.
It's like Earth, Wind, Fire, J-Lo. Like, how do you not know about this person? What are you talking about?
J-Lo. I'm calling the corners.
Yeah. She's the sun, she's the moon, she's the grass. It's like she's Jennifer Lopez. Jennifer Lopez is Manon. What are you talking about?
Jennifer Lopez, biche.
Fuck. Okay, so Rita Wilson, Mary Tyler Moore, Fran Drescher, Halle Berry, Lucille Ball, Christina Ricci. Of these 6 women, who is the themiest person? This is tough. This is actually quite tough because it spans generations. So you have like our legacy thems, like Lucille Ball and Mary Tyler Moore, and then you have someone who is like inarguably like one of the themiest actors of a generation, Halle Berry. One of the themiest actors for millennials, Christina Ricci. Like, it might be easiest to pick the whoiest person here, and I think that is Rita Wilson, right?
Mm-hmm.
If Rita Wilson is the whoiest, do we work our way up?
Whoiest for like so many reasons, but yes, like definitely the whoiest. And then I would say like, God, this is like really tough because these are all like icons to me. But I guess if your Gen Z coworker doesn't know them, we're coming from a place of Gen Z doesn't know them. So let's do it from Gen Z doesn't know them. So maybe bottom is then Christina Ricci because to me,
I think Christina Ricci, weirdly, I think Christina Ricci is higher than Mary Tyler Moore or Lucille Ball because Christina Ricci is in more current stuff. Lucille Ball's dead.
Well, she's in more millennial things. I mean, I guess I'm like Mary Tyler Moore might be closer to the bottom because it's like, though that's an iconic name, it's like she's famous for a very specific show that's not a nostalgic play.
Yeah.
Both of her shows, even the Mary Tyler Moore show, it's not like the kids are watching that. There's nowhere to watch it. And there's nowhere to watch what's it called? The Mary Tyler Moore show.
I might put Mary below Lucille.
God, this is like fucked up of us though. Sure. Because I Love Lucy is way more like kind of in the memosphere-ish than Mary Tyler Moore show.
And also I think Lucy as a symbol has more cachet. Totally. Even if the Gen Z people don't know
because of the nanny.
them.
And because 90s stuff is so 90 the 90s, like her fashion, like all that is so
Fran was in Marty
in
Supreme.
the conversation. So you put her above Christina Ricci.
Yeah.
But what about Casper and Addams Family Values?
Oh God. See, I think Halle Berry's at the top.
God, this is crazy.
But I don't know what to do with Fran and Christina. I think correct is Whoiest, Rita Wilson. Second whoiest, Mary Taylor Moore. Third whoiest, Lucille Ball. Themiest, Halle Berry. I don't know how to rank Fran and Christina up at the top. Which one's two? Which one's two?
I don't know. It's crazy to put Christina Ricci above like Mary Tyler Moore. That's going to get us in trouble. But from the perspective of your Gen Z coworker who doesn't know, I'm like, I'm not surprised your Gen Z coworker doesn't know who Mary Tyler Moore is.
Which one of those women are you more likely to encounter in your everyday life on social media? I think Christina Ricci.
On social media. Yeah,
Christina
but
Ricci loves to be in the comments. She gets headlines.
Sure, but her latest projects are not sticky. It's like it's like the older stuff. It's like she's in the Winona Ryder minus Stranger Things territory. She's a Gen X icon.
In terms of nostalgia, the stuff that's going to get nostalgia bait or like nostalgia content is 90s nostalgia over 50s nostalgia. 50s and 60s nostalgia.
I agree.
And I think that Fran, I think
is below.
Yeah, I think
Fran,
it's Christina.
I think is below.
Yeah. So I think it goes from who to them, Rita Wilson, Mary Tyler Moore, Lucille Ball, Fran Drescher, Christina Ricci, Halle Berry.
God, the realism of this, the kind of practicality of this list is stressful. And I think older hooligans are going to not like hearing this.
I think a lot of Gen X hooligans are going to be like, you're fucking crazy for this.
They're going to go fucking insane over this. Halle Berry at the top, though?
Halle Berry at the top because I feel like of all, and I know this is like a weird sort of, this is a weird way to define it, but I feel like of all of these women, who has the biggest chance of having a big like Oscar play moment where they become the conversation? Halle Berry.
Comeback. Also, she's kind of actively in a lot of stuff.
Halle Berry has a comeback every 2 years.
I know. And her name is kind of emblematic of something in a way that none of these women are.
Yeah. Halle Berry loves to tweet. She loves to post,
She loves to post.
I searched people. I was like, what's the last headline for Halle Berry? Halle Berry, this is 5 days ago. Halle Berry shares her experience with infidelity in response to Gayle King's story. Quote, you remember every detail. It's like she's yapping. She's always around.
Oh my God, she's jumping off the news. She's actively jumping off the news and getting headlines off that.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
All right.
All
right, next one.
One more call.
Hi, Lindsay, Bobby, City. I'm just on the road driving and drove past a truck that had budget rent-a-car on it, and listening to your pod and the Friday episode. So I thought, why not ask? Can you rank from who to them? The rental car company. So budget, Avis, Dollar, Alamo, Hertz. I don't know if there are more than that. If there are other ones you want to throw in there, go for it. All right. Me on I-80. Crunch, crunch.
The only one that the caller didn't mention that I think belongs here is Enterprise. So I think we have Enterprise, Avis, Budget, Dollar, Alamo, Hertz. It's like you're at an airport, you're picking up your car, you go to that room that has all of the counters. They're all there. If you're looking at them and you're trying to rank them, who to them, what do you do?
What do you do?
I think Alamo's the whoiest.
Let's see. Avis, Enterprise, Avis, Budget, Dollar, Hertz, Alamo. My God, it's like all the same thing. Are you putting in Turo, the latest?
No,
kind
that
of
doesn't count.
The Gen Z app, rental app? Okay. Enterprise, Avis, Budget, Dollar, Hertz. It's like it's funny to me, like none of these stand out as having a better reputation or like what I would go with. It's just like truly the
rental car
most,
companies,
like,
they all want to fuck you. Like,
I know, but just like it's the most bleak list of brands because it's like no one here I'm excited about.
No.
Ever. When I see these names, I think, oh no.
What's the themiest though?
Probably Hertz.
Hertz, yeah.
Because it's like not just a word.
Yeah.
Like enterprise, budget, dollar. Wait, Hertz is a word. Hertz is a word.
Hertz is a word, but like you're not. I know what you mean by that.
It is a word. It's a word. Avis is the one that's kind of not a word. The rest are just words.
They're just words.
That mean cheap. They mean cheap.
I think Hertz and Avis are up top. And then you've got the three words, which are enterprise, budget, and dollar. Those are somewhere in the middle. And I think Alamo's at the bottom. Alamo feels very niche, and it's also like confusing because Alamo's too many things. So I think it has to be a whoiest. It's like of which Alamo are you speaking? Like what are you talking about?
As in remember the or shitty rental car?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to say Hertz at the top, followed closely by Avis. And honestly, but Enterprise, I think of Enterprise a lot because I used to see the commercials are always like, there was a commercial where it was like, hi, it's Enterprise. Would you like to rent a car? There was like a very weird, uncanny Enterprise commercial that like I remember very vividly.
I mean, none of these have a jingle that I can recall,
No.
so I'll say that too.
Yeah,
none of them
that's
are.
a problem.
None of these divas stand out with an advertising campaign.
That's true.
I remember.
Why don't any of the rental car companies have like earwormy jingles? They need one.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because I think honestly, I think that also
Hire
rental
Bobby,
cars.
he'll make you one.
Rental cars are also one of those things where it's like you don't really choose based on brand loyalty. You choose based on the deal that you're getting. So it's like no one really fucking cares what your
they
rental
kind of
car
choose
you're
you.
using
You
is.
don't choose them.
Exactly.
You're not like I'm loyal unless you have some sort of
work
like
in
weird
business
credit
and you
card
have
or
an account.
points.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I think
you're like I'm a budget VIP. It's like that sounds insane to say that. Sorry.
Okay.
It just reminds me. It just renting a car just is like very kind of like guy on a business trip vibes to me in a way that depresses
It's a brutal experience. Oh my god.
Totally.
It's like one of the most dreadful things in the world to be.
I think I've only done it like a few times in my life, which is crazy.
It's horrendous.
Rented a car.
You feel like you're dying when you were at a rental car company. It's like it's the worst thing in the whole world.
You're renting a car for your road trip, no?
Yeah, I got an insane deal.
See? No one's ever talking like, oh, I'm so excited about it. It's just like, I got a deal.
I told you the price that I got, right? Oh my
yeah, because
God.
And it's like the longer you have the car, the better the deal
Yeah, it's
is too,
insane.
right? Is that kind of
Yeah,
what happened?
I got like
I don't
an
think you told me.
unbelievable weekly rate. It was crazy.
Who'd you rent it from?
Hertz. And that's why
Okay,
they're number one for me. So I think it goes.
And that's why they're number one.
And that's on period. Alamo Dollar.
What kind of car is it?
It's
Sorry.
a compact
Now we're
SUV.
just
TBD
talking.
until I get to the lot. But it's a compact SUV.
So it could be like a CRV, could be anything.
Literally. I think the photo is a CRV. Yeah.
Okay,
I asked
so
for a
what
hybrid,
could it
but
be?
we don't know based on.
It could be a RAV4,
yeah.
which I would love that for you.
You had a RAV. I loved your RAV.
Loved my
You're the original
RAV4
Tom
so
Hanks.
much.
I think it's
Yeah.
Alamo
R.I.P.
Dollar because
Okay.
dollar's too basic of a word.
This is from who? This is from who?
Who to them? Alamo
Yeah.
Dollar Budget Enterprise Avis Hertz.
Avis Hertz.
Because
All
Hertz,
right.
I mean, because Hertz treated me well this week, so I'm being nice to them.
Listen, more on Bobby's upcoming road trip on the Patreon.
Yeah. Are we happy with that ranking?
I'm as happy as I'm going to be, I'll tell
But
you
if
that.
you work for a rental car company and you think you could do better, give me a fucking call. What's Rita up to at gmail.com? I'll talk.
No, and truly, if you work for a rental company and you want to do promotion on this podcast, let me tell you, we have an amazing collaboration coming up that you would love to get on board.
I will
with,
sing
in
your
the car with.
praises on mic. I'm going to say that shamelessly because cars are expensive. So I think we're done.
I already said it.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Who Weekly. Call in at 619-WHO THEM to leave questions, comments, and concerns for our Friday show. Who's there? Thank you to Katie and Erica of the Who's for providing our reading theme song on Tuesday. Thank you to Timmy, our researcher and editorialist, for researching and editorializing. See me and Lindsay talk about my upcoming novel. We are gathered here today at Books Are Magic on the 15th. Tickets available at link in bio. Pre-order our book, I Want to Be Famous, which has, oh my God, a quote from Lena Dunham. Come for the laughs and incredible cultural deep cuts. Stay for the God, I can never say that word.
You can't even say it. The quote is so good. It has a word in it we can't even say.
Stay for the exegesis on how
Is that how you say
we
it?
wound up here. I'm pretty sure it's exegesis.
Did you look that up?
Exegesis.
Exegesis. God, it's like voice of our generation.
Exegesis. Yeah. Stay for the
Exegesis.
exegesis on how we got here.
The idea that there's a word on the cover of our book that we can't even say. Gene, it's incredible.
Thank you, Lena.
Honestly.
And we'll see you on Tuesday if you're not a subscriber. We'll see you on Sunday if you are. Bye.
Hey. Hey.
Hey, friend, I'm Karamo. I'm glad you're here. You can exhale. You're in a judgment-free zone. What's on your heart right now?
Do call in. Dakota Johnson suddenly obsessed with this boy. Crunch, crunch. Dakota Johnson suddenly obsessed with this boy.
Hey, BLT, it's your theater gay from LA, Jake here. Just wanted to share that I finally had a true hooligan moment. I'm walking home in West Hollywood right now. Sorry if there are cars or Waymos. Hi, Waymo. Making noise. But I was at a bar and I overheard a girl talk to someone asking if they were a hooligan. And I immediately interrupted their conversation and said, I am, and now we're best friends. So Crunch, crunch.
Hi, Bobby, Lindsay, Timmy. I just got out of a root canal, and I found out that young Lean is dating Zoe Blue Arquette. Not much to say, but it sure is interesting. Crunch, crunch.
Bobby, 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 your brother's voice. Your brother's voice. Comes fluttered photo of Queen Elizabeth.
I'm sorry. Bobby Singer's brother coming in with a sexy voice. I was like, is that Kyle Chandler? Looking for the montage. Crunch, crunch.
Hi, please add me to the montage of people calling in to say that Bobby's brother has a hot voice. Okay. That's all. Popular Mechanics Robinson. Bye. Love ya.
Bobby, this is very concerning because this was a safe space. I just listened to 100 women being named, and you and Lindsay have been my ride or die Friday podcasts to be very important to my ally behavior, and here you are just dropping your brother's voice memo note, and he sounds like he could be on Book Talk. Like, what the fuck, seriously? Oh, I'm tired. I'm sorry he sounds tired. I'm sorry he sounds hot. Like, I'm offended that this is invading my space. I do not want to be turned on while listening to Who Weekly. Yeah. Sorry to this man. Tim Tebow lesbian. Thanks.